Okay, so we're here with the Daemen University volleyball team, coming off now their four-set victory over American International College in the first round of the NCAA tournament. First off, congratulations. Congratulations on advancing to the next round. Let's start off just kind of reviewing the match. Coach, I would like to start with you first. I look at the box score and I see 8 tie scores in the first set. You don't want to necessarily say that the first set kind of tells the story for the rest of the match, but in terms of how much energy and what that really did for your game, it really seemed to kind of set you on your way.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, just congrats to everyone that made this tournament. It's postseason, so anything can happen at this point. And then going into our match, AIC is a great team. They've always been a great program, great coaches, great players. They do a lot of great things over there. That first set, it was a lot of emotions,
Sure.
Like those postseason emotions, I want to say. So just testing the waters for us and getting comfortable in this gym and at this stage as well. So. Just being able to brush off that dust and just feel comfortable on that first set and we were able to do that eventually. And other than that, it's just a lot of back and forth with AIC as always, and we were just able to take care of our side.
You say back and forth as always, like usually with a 4-5 matchup, it's usually the most two evenly pitted teams against each other. Did you feel, coming into this match? I mean, what the type of challenge that AIC presents, but coming in and just planning for AIC, is that exactly what you expected tonight?
Yeah, I mean, we always scout, we always watch film, we try to talk about what they're gonna do, and but at the end of the day, we might think that they're gonna do something, and they might be able to change it up, and thankfully we were able to just stick to the scouting, be able to control our touches, and that just eventually translated, and also being able to control their touches on the other side. So other than scouting, it's just tough because everyone wants to win at this stage, and everyone's gonna compete. To be able to advance to the next stage. So, yeah.
You played in this gym earlier in the fall, so you just certainly have a little familiarity here. So did you find yourself, at least when you're playing here in the NCAA tournament, was there just like a level of acclimation for you where you felt like we know exactly where we're playing, what type of floor we're playing on, and we can get comfortable early?
I don't know. I can't speak for players, but at least our mentality is it's still our same team, our same teammates, same sports, same skills. The only difference is that right now it's just a bigger stage, But we're still going to continue focusing on our side and our touches and just playing our volleyball first.
Olivia, this isn't anything new for Daemen University, a staple usually here in the NCAA tournament, coming off winning your ACC championship. What was the mindset? I don't want to say this year's no different from others, but for coming into this year's NCAA tournament, you're pitted against AIC, a tough opponent, a 4-5 matchup. The two teams are so even. What was the mindset for the team coming in?
I think we really just realized that it starts new, in this tournament, and it started with ECCs. We start over, everyone's in season records get wiped and everyone starts from zero, and we just knew we had to come out fighting right from the jump, and we did that in ECCs and we proved ourselves, and then we came here and same thing, we just wanted to come out swinging and really just show everybody what we're about and why we won ECCs and why we deserve to be here.
We know that Amber Williams is certainly a dangerous threat for AIC. They present a lot of dangerous threats, whether it's on the outside or up the middle. What was really the game plan coming into today to establish yourself with a game plan to say this is exactly how we're going to go about beating them?
Yeah, I think Coach said earlier, just following our scout that we did earlier today, and I think also just one of our biggest things is just always playing as a family and playing together and just sticking together through every single point. That's one of our biggest strengths, and I think that really showed through this game, and we really stayed together as a team, and it helped us to lean on each other when we needed to, and then stick to that scout too, using other people's brains from what they remembered, and just sticking to that and being able to kind of control our side.
Jasmine, you talked a little bit about that family mindset, just in terms of just developing that culture, right? But could you speak a little bit more about that family mindset that Olivia is talking about? How key has that been just to kind of run this train that's been your whole season, the success that you've had?
I mean, God, this season's been the most amazing. I tell Liv and Eli all the time that my senior season, this has been the best season so far, and I think a lot of that has to do with the culture that Coach Eli has built up this year, and I think that really plays a lot of a big role in how close we are and the relationships we built, especially having a class of 6 freshmen and having Charlotte and a lot of them having a lot of playing time. It's really important to build those connections on the court and off the court as well.
Coming into today, or just really when you look back on the whole season so far to this point, what has been just the key aside from you said the culture, right, that coach has helped develop amongst the program, but what has really been just such a key factor amongst your teammates that has really unified you in terms of making a deep run in the postseason?
I'd say definitely just like figuring out our time management, how to balance school life and like personal life, social life, and finding a happy medium of volleyball. Because you can't just focus all of your energy on volleyball all the time. You need to find a good balance in order to keep yourself happy. And I think that's definitely prolonged us in the season. That's also a big reason why we've made it to the NCAA tournament and why we're here to prove like a lot of the reason why we should be here.
Coach, AIC put a little pressure on you late. Obviously, you're up 2-1 after dropping the third, but you resiliently you come back and you win the fourth. What was it? Did the game plan change for you a little bit at a certain point at a timeout where you said this is we're going to make this not make a run, but necessarily was there a point where you felt kind of it turned back in your favor?
No, I think it was just being able to stick to the scouting and just pick up the little things that they were taking advantage on us and that we weren't able to execute, like those small things on our side. Just some minor things that were just costing us either like good touches or just some points, and just having like that mindset that even though we're up 2-0 and then we're still they win that third set, that we're still in a good spot and that we're still going to continue coming out fiery and swinging at balls and not shy away from the competition.
Last question for you, Coach. You come in tomorrow night, got a quick 24-hour turnaround to get ready for Adelphi. What's it going to take for you to come out on top and cement your spot in the East Region Final?
I think she's going to be, taking it easy tonight, tomorrow, resting, finding some sort of recovery for us tomorrow during the day, and just being able to have a quick flip of that mindset where first game is over and now we just focus on the next match. And Adelphi, they're a great team. They're here for a reason. They're advancing for a reason as well. So we just gotta be able to make that switch. We'll celebrate our win tonight, our first win. But once we start tomorrow, we'll start getting ready for Adelphi right away.
Coach, ladies, congratulations, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, so Coach, obviously not the way I'm sure you anticipated the season ending tonight, but can you give me a little recap in terms of your instant reaction coming off the loss?
It just was a matchup against a great team, and we had to play our best to advance in this tournament. As anybody who's been here knows, it's always a battle, and Daemen brought a really good squad, and we just were a little bit not sharp. We needed to be a little bit cleaner with our errors, and credit to Daemen. They did a really nice job. They served us really tough, kind of took us out of our rhythm, made it tough for us to utilize some of our weapons, and it's a disappointing end, but we know there's a lot more to us than just that one game.
Total of 10 reception errors. Was it something about just Daemen's serve tonight that was just kind of throwing you off of your rhythm, or was it maybe something else? Yeah,
they were a tough serving team, and 5 of those reception errors came in the first set, and we just kind of, I think, lost our focus a little bit. It's a big stage sometimes, and there's a lot going on, and again, it wasn't super sharp from us, and needed a little bit more communication, a little bit more conviction into our serve and pass game, and just wasn't our night.
Daemen played a strong game, but at the same time, you guys hung with them every step of the way. You took the third set. What was the key towards the bounce back? And even you led at the start of the fourth. So what was the key towards kind of bouncing back and almost forcing that fifth set?
Yeah, we led in nearly every set, especially early, and we led at the end of the first set as well. Daemen's got a lot of experience. Every single one of those players was going through the tournament last year, and a lot of them were even on the region winning team in 21 that beat us in the final. That experience was huge for them, and they stuck with the plan. They stayed the course, and kind of just let us make our errors, and unfortunately kind of unraveled.
Coach, you have so much experience on each side of you. I'm going to start with Amber here. Amber, so strong out of the middle as you are all season. It seemed like Daemen did a good job kind of taking you out of your rhythm a little bit, though, tonight.
Yeah, I will say that they definitely did some, film watching, and they definitely adjusted to where I was hitting, so I'll give them props for that.
Was there, it definitely didn't seem like it was anything off with your setter. It was just so much that I guess Daemen prepared for you appropriately defensively.
Yes, they did, which was really good for them.
You know, when you look back on just in terms of like planning for the match as it was there anything that kind of, not want to say threw you off, but also at the same time, like you felt that coming in you were well prepared, and you know, what was your mindset coming into tonight?
My mindset was really more of just play my best. I know that every team is going to play their best against us, so I need to do my best. I know that I'm one of our big hitters on our team, so I know I'm going to have 3 up, 2 up, whoever. They're definitely going to key on me, so it really just, I really just tried to focus on just doing my personal best.
Pal, I want to ask you just in terms of like, you know, what was the key to your success tonight? 13 kills, 17 digs for a double-double. Take me a little bit through just kind of your mindset as you came into tonight's match, especially just being on the NCAA tournament stage again. You know, what were you hoping to establish, and do you feel you reached that tonight?
I will say it was more like a mental game for me. I tried to come up with a good mentality, just a good mindset, clear mind, to not think about any errors or anything, just play my game. Every time I play my game, I do a great job. So yeah, that's what worked for me.
AIC usually is just always such a strong program, always contending right to the top of the NE10. Always right, you know. Last year you guys were the ones hosting the regional, so I mean, you know, what's really been the telltale sign for you and your team this whole season?
Through these past years, they have been good seasons. We had different teams compared to this year. I think holding all of us holding us together has been good for us. But yeah.
Coach, you had so much veteran leadership last year, still so much this year. I mean, what's really been, you know, the key to the sustained success that, even though you fell short tonight, what's been the key to that sustained success you've had these last few years for your program?
Well, I think it's the culture that like these two keep passing down to the new players that keep coming in, which was passed down to them from players before them. We lost 2 All-Americans to graduation last year, and they were also big-time leaders in our locker room, leaders on the court, and they learned it from the players before them, and these two and a few others who played, you know, a few years with those players were able to pass it, or teaching it to our newcomers this year. 9 new players this year in our roster, so it was a lot of learning going on. We were active learners all year long, and this is a tough lesson, but it's another lesson for us, and hopefully in the end it'll make us a better program going forward.
Amber, I'll wrap it up with you. Take me just like as Paula did, a little summation in terms of how you felt the season went, and you know, looking forward to the future.
I feel like the season went really good for us to be such a, not new team, but with having a lot of freshmen come in. Again, we have been learning the entire time, so it was really fun. I'll say it was really fun. It was really nice coming together today, playing as a team, really like doing it for the girl next to me.
And I don't want to say, not to ask this question, but there's never a part of you that always feels that you ever left anything out on the court, though.
No.
That's why we asked. Coach and Paula, and I just want to thank the 3 of you so much for coming in, Amber as well, and thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.